Kevin from GRAVEWURM. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some albums starting 2014. Previously, for the 2013 album, In Front of Minions, I had Cam Lee from Massacre do artwork for that album. And I liked it a lot, and asked him if he'd like to do some more for the next album. "2014 Abyss Sorcery." This album would be the last album that I'd record while living in Virginia. It also had additional artwork on the interior from Ivan McCann, who's just a guy that I knew over Facebook. But he had cool artwork and was interested in doing some stuff with them, so I thought it'd be cool to combine the two. Something different. This album would be the first to feature drummer Mark Stoffer from Twisted Tower Dire. Now, if you don't know Twisted Tower Dire, it's a power metal band in the Virginia/North Carolina area. And they've been around quite a while, mid-90s, I believe. And has very epic, grandiose themes, riffs, great stuff. If you like Sabotage, you probably like Twisted Tower Dire. A lot of that 80s style classic power metal. But Mark also knew death metal, black metal. He understands what type of drums fits well with what types of riffs. So, through a mutual friend, met up with him and just started rehearsing. Gave him some ideas, here's some riffs. So, put this together. Turned out pretty good, I think. One other cool note about this release is there's an additional drummer, Ash Thomas from Faith Extractor and later Shed the Skin, as well as a myriad of other bands and projects he has done. This was going to be 2 EPs worth of material. Ash on one, Mark on the other. But when it was all said and done, the songs, the riff-wise, the lyrics, it all felt more like a cohesive album to me than 2 separate EPs. So, decided to put them together, and the drumming styles are pretty similar to where it feels fluid throughout the entire release. And later, in 2015, this album was reissued by Forbidden Records, a small indie label from out west, Arizona, I think maybe, contacted me and liked what he had heard from the Funeral Empire Records release of this and asked to do a re-release. So that was pretty cool. Then next, moving back to Hell's Headbangers. This was a tough one. Doomed to Eternity, featuring the aforementioned members of Nunslaughter, Jim Sadist, and Andrew Murphy. This would be the last full-length release that Jim would appear on. We started recording this in the summer of 2015. And because of everybody's schedules, it took a lot longer to record than previous GRAVEWURM albums. and it was unfortunate that Jim had passed before the album was completed. Never got to hear the finished product. So this was released as pretty much a tribute to him and what he meant to the metal community. Those that knew him very well, and those that met him from time, and everybody in between. The songs were written primarily by me, but Jim had some input on a few of them, smoothed out some transitions, suggested some fixes here and there, some tie-ins. So it was a fun, if not sad, release. Then, going back to my own label, Funeral Empire Records, for Into the Dungeon. Again, Camley artwork. Back to using a drum machine. This one was a weird album to do. We were all feeling the effects of the loss of Jim, but the musical creativity is still there. Just kept going. And perhaps because I dealt with members coming and going all throughout GRAVEWURM's history, that it didn't take as much of a toll on me as it did some others. I don't know. It wasn't a loss on me, but I had more music to write. This album, I believe, has some decent stuff on it. Perhaps not the best recording. Perhaps it was rushed. I don't know. But again, just another look at where I was, where the band was creatively, musically at that time. Then Shadowlands, Digipack. This one felt more black metal, felt more GRAVEWURM. Another touch of darkness, more darkness than the previous ones. This one was really fun to record. Again with the drum machine, but it feels like the riffs fit with it better. It seemed more seamless, smoother. And at this time, I had gotten back in touch with Mark from Twisted Tower Dire about doing live shows. He'd already knew a lot of the material, and he was quick to learn a few of the newer songs that we could put together for a live show. And we did a few more live shows before the logistics of it just became too unrealistic to deal with. Continuing to do live shows with me being in Ohio and him and the bassist being in Virginia. And lastly for this video, Ancient Darkness Arise. Originally just released in this little slips case. Again, using a drum machine. These songs were pretty quickly written. Some good ideas here and there. An old track, Rim Troll, I re-recorded for this. And it's a fine release. some good ideas, but not quite up to snuff. But as said previously, all this stuff is available through the Bandcamp page, so you can check it out for yourself and see what you think. That'll do it for this chapter of Graveworm, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.